Oh, I probably should have had.
That's just the first thing that popped in my head when we thought podcast.
Well, we're going with ARMScast.
All right.
Arm pod?
Nope. ARMScast.
What?
I don't
Arm.
know.
All right, so starting with Lapsy, we'll just introduce ourselves, so maybe people will be able to recognize our voices. Although apparently we all sound the same.
ARMScast would be okay.
Simple. You get what the idea is.
I mean, I'll go with it.
If we need to update the name, I guess we could say that we changed it.
Yeah.
All right, Lapsy, say something so people know what you sound like.
I sound like I'm a grown man, but I'm 15.
And hopefully everyone on my channel recognizes my voice by now, so I'm Akiosio Levon.
I am Levon. I'm a pretty hype, gonna be the best person at ARMS. World record holder already, so I winked, you didn't see it, but hi.
I am also a world record holder, just not in a popular game.
True, same.
Muzzy, your turn.
I am Ozzy. I do gelatinous things. And that's it.
Nice. Riddell?
I play video games. I'm not very good at them, but I play video games.
And Tater.
That's my.
I do what Riddell does, just worse.
All right, so the first thing on our agenda is our general reviews of the game. So,
I mean, if we're on this, if we're here, we're going to obviously be biased and say that this game is great.
Just,
this game is great.
You gotta keep in mind, this is a very biased podcast.
It's hard not to be biased when it's the best game.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed when I started playing the Testpunch was like how responsive the controls are. Like I was really surprised.
Yeah, they're so clean.
All right, I'm the biggest like motion control skeptist, but I love the motion controls. Like they're actually really good.
They are.
Same.
The motion controls are great. The button controls, oddly enough, I actually kind of liked, but only
I haven't gotten a chance to try them.
I've been trying out the button controls. They're not bad. I definitely prefer motion controls though. But
yep, same
button
here.
Controls are a viable option. Maybe not like super top tier competitive level, but if you just want to play the game, it's totally viable.
I don't know. From what I've been hearing, I think there's like pros and cons, and they're both close.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that the people playing with like the pro controllers and stuff, they had a way better time than they had originally thought. So, I mean, that's something to look forward to going forward.
Yeah, I heard the button
Another
controls
good
were
thing to
surprisingly good.
That can be character dependent too, like which control scheme is better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have tried.
I'll bring that up as we go along. As there's one character that I enjoyed more on the button controls than on the motion.
I don't know. I tried them all with button and motion, and just overall, I felt motion was more accurate. But it is easier to control for some characters. But once you
I found both to be very good though. I liked both. I actually can't decide which one's better for me, at least.
One thing people brought up was like some people were having trouble with the motion controls, but it's because they're holding the Joy-Cons wrong. So like that's gonna be something people are gonna have to figure out like on their own because there's no help for that.
Yeah, like for example,
that's all you.
One of the common complaints was that people were tilting forward they were tilting to move forward too hard, and they were doing grabs instead of like walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I don't get that.
I don't get that issue, why people were doing that either. It kind of.
For me, the only like weird part was finding like the block position, but that only took me like 3 games, and then it was like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah.
The block position's easy. I found it was more moving backwards that was my biggest problem. But
yeah, I got mixed.
Bit of practice.
Yeah, I had that trouble too, and I figured out later that it's just because I'm holding the Joy-Con slightly forward, so you might want to check that out next time you play it. Because without the grips, you actually can hold the little what's it called? The wrist straps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like playing with the like little straps on there.
I agree.
They make the Joy-Cons too big for me.
I couldn't find my straps.
Although I did end up like throwing my Joy-Cons twice, and both were in V-ball, surprisingly.
I started off with the strap.
Was it like out of rage, or did you just do it by accident?
No, it was just by accident. Like for some reason in V-Ball, I just want to punch like a lot faster. I don't know why.
Because if it was because of rage, because you had to play V-Ball,
Yeah,
I think it's because V-Ball is much more intense than 1v1s.
V-Ball
No,
was
V-Ball is
little, like a
V-Ball
little worse than I thought
liked.
it would be. But then again, I getting paired up with teammates that really didn't know how to like punch all that well, which is something you'll see at the beginning of any game.
I found V-Ball extremely easy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even hard, but just
like
once you figured out how to spike the ball, it became pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 1v1, Master Mummy is like trash in V-Ball in 1v1, but in 2v2, if you have double mummies, they like destroyed me whenever I went against that.
All right, so are we a little off kind of like the topic we were talking about, or are we just kind of moving on to like...
Before we move on, I just want to say someone shot a V-Ball under the net to score a point on me, and I'm still upset to this day, but not mad.
Wait,
that is pretty cool.
That's aggravating yet savage at the same time.
Like I've shot my arms like to the side and under the net to hit the volleyball on their side, but I never shot the volleyball through the net.
No, it just went straight up, right under it. And I was like, okay.
That's
weird.
I couldn't do anything. It was just okay.
All right, so let's move on to our character thoughts. So we'll just start with Springman. What do y'all think of him?
Oh, he's good. He's a good boy. Good, nice, good boy.
And that's basically all I can say.
He's a solid Shoto.
I feel like he's not the easiest character to play though, despite him being like the beginner character. I feel like he had his ability to deflect is actually very strange for a newbie to use.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Once you get used to the deflect, it's really good.
Yeah, he definitely has a higher learning curve than people will give him credit for.
But definitely not the highest, I don't think.
In my personal opinion, but definitely not like super high, but like more
not
of a curve than people. Yeah, but like not something that people originally thought of, like a character like Springman.
Yeah, people say that he like Springman's like, oh, like he's like a starter character, the most balanced. But, like he has balanced stats, like according to like his arm width and like his speed.
Yeah.
Balanced in terms of gameplay. Like he's actually pretty difficult to pick up and actually learn how to use.
Exactly. The first match that I had perfected during my initial run was Springman.
Like you got the perfect, or you perfected against them?
Oh, I perfected against him.
Okay.
Like because he just didn't know how to play him effectively, and that's just.
Yeah, I can see. I see.
I know I have friends in another server that say like, "Oh, I hate Springman. I hate people who play him effectively because he has that annoying ability of countering."
The only thing really user friendly about him is the fact that he has like this buffer when he's low on health.
Yeah.
Margin for error.
I will say his like loadout was amazing against heavies. I found.
That job well. Then
when he gets the full charge, he's scary.
Like with the toaster and boomerang, you can just knock down the heavies and they lose all their pressure.
Yeah, mummies on ground are surprisingly really nice to have. Wow, I lost my point.
You lost train of thought.
I got hit with a I think it was toaster during the test punch as a mummy, and I didn't get knocked, even though it was charged. And like I had the little animation of like, but I just didn't get knocked down. So that was.
I think it's like a bug because I had that happen to me too. But every other toaster afterward was fine. Like it was always knocking me down consistently.
All right, so yeah, I guess it was just a bug.
So let's move on to Ribbon Girl then.
That's
character is dumb.
My God, Ribbon Girl. My God. I think I only lost 3 times during the test punch that I went to, and 2 of them were Ribbon Girls.
I have a lot of fun with Ribbon Girl. She's just enjoyable for some reason.
Yeah, no, Riddle. I mean, not Riddle. I was gonna say, Ribbon Girl isn't like. It's just that she has such a good default loadout, which doesn't matter in the long run, but like, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
it's really good.
One thing with Ribbon Girl too is you feel like you have more options with all of her jumps and her fastball and everything. Like movement just becomes so much natural.
Yeah, and getting charge is being able to get a charge off a fastball is really good.
Yeah.
Great movement.
Yeah, you can get charged super fast.
Yeah. Akio, I was looking at your Ribbon Girl on your stream. And I was like, my God, this is just dumb right now.
Ribbon Girl is dumb,
Like-
but she's
like-
so much fun to play.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
She's a character I honestly don't mind like losing to if I lose to, because she just kind of like her jumps have like this drawback where she's in the air, so you knock her down instantly if you hit her in the air. So it's like there's some satisfaction to when you get that counterplay on Ribbon, you feel it. Like
and if the opponent is playing cocky like I usually do, you can, if you read their fastball, it's usually a very hard punish.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Also, if you just dodge their punch while they're in the air, you can easily punish them for that, because then they can't do anything until they land.
So she has counterplay, but like the counterplay isn't as big as the counterplay. Like her weaknesses are overshadowed by her strength.
Strengths right now.
Yeah, definitely.
At least with the glove loadout compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
There's nothing more frustrating as playing Ribbon Girl as when like a Ninjara just warps around everything you do, because then you start to feel like everyone else feels when they're playing against you.
Yeah, I think that's Ninjara.
Speaking of which, we should probably
let's talk about Ninjara.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I think Ribbon Girl is more set in stone than any character at this point.
Yeah,
I agree.
So I mean, we can take a break on her for a little while.
Ninjara is the upper character that I feel is just like crazy good, and I
love Ninjara. I try to like play every character equally, but I found myself playing Ninjara more than any other character. He just has that like just ballsy, I gotta go in play style that I have. It's just so easy to dodge around everything, but
yeah, I feel like when people get that warp down, it's gonna do.
It's once people get that warp down, it's gonna be a huge problem, and we gotta figure that one out, because you use that like good, even decent, like you're gonna be able to body a lot of people just because they will not hit you.
I remember when I was doing the demos before the Testpunch, when somebody threw a super at me, I had my shield up, I just blinked 2 times and I was out of there and grabbed him for the win. That was like one of the most memorable moments, and it was so stupid, and I loved it.
See, I'm in like the opposite opinion, and I don't think that Ninjara is that good.
All right,
at least as good as everyone's saying he's gonna be.
I want justification.
I feel once he throws out his punch, he's like so susceptible to everything. Like everyone has such high mobility that he's forced basically to make the first move.
Well,
because he can only really teleport. He can only really dodge attacks. So.
Once everyone throws out a punch, they're kind of stuck there.
Yeah, that's just like an everyone drawback, and he has like the fastest movement speed.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I didn't know about Ninjara until I played him was that if you get hit, it's a warp, and I didn't realize that. I thought it was just a dash out of warp, or a dash out of shield that made you warp. But yeah, you're actually forced to do it, and I think it's in a random direction.
Yeah, I think they said it was a random direction, so that could be a. I mean, but even that, I found that pretty easy to counterplay, because if he's in block, you just don't punch him.
So
yeah, it was actually pretty difficult to control while I was playing Ninjara. It's kind of a big weakness. That
actually probably holds him together better, in my opinion.
While I played Ninjara, I only really used the block against a super. Like that's the only time I found it useful. Because otherwise, you can just go around everything by dashing.
Yeah, I only played him twice because
I was hit by super move block.
Exactly. I only played him like a total of 2 or 3 times when I was doing Testpunch, and mostly because I was focusing on Helix the entire time. But like his game against like characters like Mummy and Mechanica, like, oh my god, it's so good. Like the slower characters, he's just gonna be able to like walk circles around them.
I can say that.
That's dumb.
I can agree with that. Playing Mummy, day 1 Testpunch versus some Ninjara, found out it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all.
No.
The thing is, if you can keep him on the run, all you have to do is wait for him to make a mistake, and you can catch him out as like Mummy or Mechanica.
Yeah, like I think Ninjara might go 50-50 with Ribbon Girl. I'm not sure. It might be better for him, but against everyone else, like he's just so superior.
I think Ribbon Girl would give him the most trouble because it's harder for his dash to kind of work around her multi jumps, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to Master Mummy.
Tater.
He's the god. He's the god.
All right, so Master Mummy definitely, like, my theory game that I had crafted kind of got killed by the stealth nerf that the devs patched in right before the Testpunch. But I was pretty bummed about that for a while. But you know, I've been like thinking, I've been working around it, and I think I just have to play differently. So his original game of just camping and sitting back and making you approach doesn't work. But you know, his super armor is actually way dumber in practice than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah, it is amazing. Like,
oh, it allows him to tank, especially when he has like a megaton. It allows him to negate a lot of damage while still dealing like full damage to everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
After Ninjara, Master Mummy was probably like the second most played for me, and he is just so amazing. Like, this just might be because no one's used to like movement and stuff yet, but just his extra damage and tankiness, he could just take anyone out. Like, so. No,
I definitely think that like he's better than he should be right now, just because, you know, we're not practiced enough yet. Because, you know, that's just the grappler way.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes of it when everyone gets good.
When I didn't play Master Mummy much, but when I did, it felt like kind of like a hidden drug. It felt so nice to play him. It felt so nice to play lame.
There's nothing more satisfying than grabbing people.
Oh yeah,
his nothing more satisfying.
Throw animation or just.
Oh, you know what? There's nothing more satisfying than when you grab someone, you throw out a grab and they like punch you, but it hits you, and so you still grab them. There's nothing better. It's like no.
It should be noted that Master Mummy is one of the 3 characters in the Testpunch that their grab ends you in the air, and that just lets you get a bonus dash like after you throw someone, which is great for positioning.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot about that.
One thing, I thought that I thought that heavies like were gonna be really easy to deal with, but that super armor is like surprisingly hard to counter.
Yeah,
it's better than I thought it was gonna be.
Their lack of mobility.
You kind of have to knock them down. That's what I was saying before the Springman loadout. It was great against supers because you had the toaster and you had the boomerang, which was great to deal with heavies.
Yeah, one thing I would always do playing Ribbon Girl is if I saw that I was going against a heavy, like even if it was in doubles and just one of them was a heavy, I would always I could just like fast fall charge it and then knock them down, and that was really like the only reliable way to deal damage to them or like neutralize their threat, you know?
Yeah.
Mummy is also the dumbest character with super on deck.
Oh, yeah,
you can just throw a grab, and if they try and tech it, they're eating super. So they have to they have to take the super, or they're just gonna keep taking 200 damage grab.
And with his arm loadout, super does like half their health.
Wait, are you talking about like when you keep grabbing people after like you get a tech chase?
Yeah. Well, like just like watch them and then just like, well, if they like, you know, when they get up, just like then follow them from there. You don't have to tech chase, just follow.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Because like grabs put people like pretty far away from like where you started, so like there's a solid chance of that. So it shouldn't be that hard.
Because a lot of people were complaining that the games that it was too easy to grab people after like what is it? Just trying to think of it. After you like do a tech roll. Yeah, no, it's too easy to re-grab people, and I didn't see that being an issue.
No, I think being like on knockdown and like having to wake up, I think it's probably stressful. Wait, did I cut out?
Yeah.
All right, I was saying. I think like wake up in this game is like way less stressful than any of the other fighting games.
Yeah, I feel like you can't really do much. It's more of like where do I position myself rather than am I going to get punished for my get up?
He's gonna punish.
Yeah, it's more about like, you know, regaining stage control. You can be offensive too, but there's not really set play. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be set play in this game. Like not strong one at least.
Oh, I played him offensive, and it worked really well for me.
I found that a lot of people like just kind of didn't take advantage of all the movement options they have on Get Up. It was usually get up straight or like forward.
Neutral get up because they don't know that they can move to the side.
Yeah.
And when you get up, you have like the first few frames to counter whatever they're gonna do to you.
Yeah.
So,
like if they grab, you can easily react to it and just punch yourself or just dodge. I think punch is the best though, because that comes out the fastest.
the hardest thing is just if they're like right above you when that happens, your punch won't hit the grab.
Yeah. I don't know. Grabbing tech facing in this game, well, test punch wise, is stupid.
Yeah,
I would
she's
say
pretty
that,
weak.
but in
Like,
the
a lot
last
of
test
people-
punch, I was going up against like really good people, and grabs were actually really rare. Everyone was playing so good that no one had an opportunity to grab.
That's good. That's how it should develop.
Yeah, grab should be high risk, high reward because they do so much damage.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people complaining on my Twitter like about grabs being insane in this game, and I'm like, it's just because we're not good at moving yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the early meta is definitely going to be grabbing, that's for sure. But hopefully it'll move on to more like reaction-based meta.
Bait, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like mind games and stuff.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna move on to Mechanica now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes. About time.
Riddle, take the floor.
Mechanica is actually really good. A lot of people were underestimating her when she like was first revealed. Like, but her hover, it actually extends into her dash because she's able to dash for a really long time, and it keeps her arms charged. So she's allowed to actually be the very mobile, tanky character. So she can what is it? What are the words I'm looking for? She can tank damage, and she can also just outright negate it by dodging it.
Exactly. She has super armor.
I will say her arm set isn't the best for Test Punch because whammers are kind of awkward to use for a beginner weapon, and Revolver I don't actually think is that good on her. The homies are okay.
Revolver is garbage.
Revolver, I'm gonna disagree a hell of a lot with you guys. I thought that was amazing. Like coming into it, I thought it was gonna be terrible.
Oh, I'm just saying Revolver in comparison to the Retorture.
Oh yeah, the Retorture's, I'd say the Retorture's better, but those two arms, they just have such a long like period of time for the hitbox like to get hit by it. Like if your opponent makes any mistake when dealing with it, you're gonna get a free grab on them.
Well, no, because like if like even if just two of like the pellets hit, then that's gonna knock them down. That's it. That's why Retorture is just better. Like Electric is pointless when it's a multi-hit.
Yeah, Retorture will do extra damage, so might as well just get the extra damage.
So, I assume everybody knows about the glitch. Yeah. So it gave me the opportunity
The
to
instant
test
counter
out,
or whatever.
It gave me the opportunity to test out Mechanica and stuff like that. And oh my gosh, she's so much fun.
Oh yeah.
She's so much fun. She's able to move for like a heavy. It's insane.
I think one of the best things about her in the long run is that she's going to be probably one of the most versatile when it comes to glove combinations, because she's just kind of has this. She's kind of like a Springman, but like with heavy, like with like the ability to tank damage.
Yeah.
Because like she has the hover.
Good.
What was that?
She definitely seems all around just solid.
Yeah.
I'm talking with people in other Discords, as I said, and people are saying, "Oh, Mechanica isn't good. She's only good for some reason or another," and it's just kind of like you guys haven't seen a good Mechanica yet.
Yeah, Mechanica could definitely like contest with. I think she's actually could be like. I don't want to say best, like one of the like top 5, because that doesn't really matter if we're having the glove combinations, but like based on abilities alone, I think she has like top 5 abilities because she has the negation and she has the mobility.
I agree.
Based on abilities, I think she's the worst still.
Why?
It's just because on paper it doesn't sound that good. That's probably that's the same reason why a lot of people didn't like her when they first like saw her, because her abilities sound underwhelming on paper, but on the way they executed it, it's actually really good. Like
even I underrated like Mechanica like more than I should have. She's really good in practice.
Yeah,
I underrated her like way more than any other character.
One of her
character.
I had a surprising amount of trouble with her, even as Ribbon Girl, like going and getting.
Yeah.
But in terms of just like what am I? She's not that good, but with she's a lot better than people think.
You cut out.
That's where I agree with you.
It's funny because I was telling everyone that they were underrated Mechanica, and even I underrated Mechanica. It's like you're all underrating Mechanica. She's gonna be pretty solid, and then she's just really good. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're all done.
Another thing I wanted to note about Mechanica is that the glove shit she got in the test fire has pretty crappy use of elements. Like stun on Whammer is pretty useless. It doesn't really come into effect. We obviously went over the electricity on Revolver, and the explosion on like homies. It just kind of backfires a lot of the time if it gets knocked down. So she kind of has poor element usage.
I hella disagree with the homie one.
Well, homie, I'm just saying like sometimes I'm saying homie is the only one actually that works effectively in my opinion. Homie but I feel like I'm saying like in addition it kind of backfires. So
it can backfire, but I just found explosive to be so good during the test punch.
I don't know, especially under rush. It's rush/super. It's so good.
I never had trouble dealing with any kind of explosion arm.
It's just
which was just Mechanica.
Yeah, mostly when I played explosions arms, it always backfiring on me because I would throw it out and then someone would knock it down and it'd blow up in my face.
I found the extended hitbox it kind of gives, even though it's a double one. It's just it works so well. Like
I will say that homie is godlike with the control. It's everything for you.
So, do you guys want to move on to Midman?
I want to say one more thing about Mechanica first.
Okay.
Cool. Like I spent probably the second least amount of time playing her during the test punch, but all of the mains I faced, like half of them were Mechanicas, and they were all amazing. So,
yeah, there was surprisingly a lot of Mechanicas that did more to me than I thought they would, just because like the matchup is so weird for my character. I personally believe. Like her movements like way better than anyone gave her credit for.
Yeah.
And so we're really gonna have to look out for a new Mechanica tech.
Like
I just want to shout out this one Mechanica I played that I've already not in this, but I've already shouted them out before. I just want to say this one Mechanica grabbed me, it bounced me out the Spring Stadium, and then they come with that in the flurry. It did half my health bar and it was great.
Oh my god!
It was so cool. Nice. I was so happy.
Also
mad I wasn't the first to do it.
Also, retreating grab. That's all I'm going to say.
Has that, though.
Mechanica has something. Has it really beautiful.
It is something spectacular.
It is just something spectacular.
I think that's the third best players I faced were both Mechanicas.
Mechanica's got this really dedicated player base now. I don't know what happened, but like last week they're just like, hey, we have 20 million Mechanicas now.
Yeah, she's loaded.
I expected Mechanica to have like the most like dedicated, serious player base, like from the beginning, just because like how she looked.
She's gonna be like the Captain Falcon.
However,
true.
But maybe not the popularity though of Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Not the popularity, but the devout fan base. I know I'm part of it, and it's great.
Yeah.
I don't want to main her just to prove that they can win with her.
I feel like everyone's gonna be able to win, especially when that like everyone gets access to all the different gloves. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but Mechanica just somehow has like the most active fan base or group of mains out there. It's crazy.
They either just play her because they want to prove that she's really good, or they play her because her hair is cute.
Oh yeah? Did they get their character nerfed before they even got to play? No. I'm still crying.
You're salty. You're salty.
I am extremely salty.
So let's move on to Minden then.
Yeah, let's move on to
Minden. I just want to block.
Speaking of really good people I played against, the best person I played against was a Min main, and holy shit, they were amazing. I just want to say that right off the bat.
Seeing the discussion in like the Min like channel, it's definitely like people are like it's hard to play, but once you do, she's just crazy good.
Oh yeah,
I think we played crazy Mechanica or not Mechanicas, Min-Mins.
Yeah, I think the issue with Min right now is that her glove set is pretty for what she's.
I like it. It's just
it's something
good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like it's very strange to get used to because you have the slow megawatt.
I enjoy that. It's fun.
I like it.
Yeah, but
like the megawatt.
I'm just not sure, like, the long run, how good the megawatt would be on, like, Min, considering she wants to move around a lot.
I like it.
I think the reason they is so that you could put it on her left arm.
Yep, that's exactly what I.
Oh, yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
When she gets that left arm charge, she's scary though. Like you can't,
She is.
especially if you're a heavy. Oh my god.
Especially if it's a dragon.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't go away until you deal with it, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if she has a heavy arm, like if she or a dragon arm in the left arm, it gets scary.
Yeah.
I wonder. I didn't actually get to check this. I wonder how Charge Megaton and Guardian interact with her Charge Dragon Arm.
I don't know if it has like a.
I think it would just. I think charging, putting a dragon arm, a Guardian is pretty useless since it's already easy to charge anyway, and it sustains a charge.
No, I mean like how those gloves would interact on a Charge Dragon Arm, you know, with the beam or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the same.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
Charge.
Okay.
Yeah, I never got to test that out, actually. I should have done something like that.
I didn't see enough Min-Mins use their kick that much, though, to, like, knock down
that was my
I saw
only
one
problem.
Min-Min use their kick right into my grab, and it was great.
I saw a couple, like, really good Min-Min mains. They were, like, the best players I faced.
Min-Min has this strangely quiet, like... She's like the second most popular character in the game, but she's like has a quiet fan base.
What
Of people.
What are you talking about?
Except
There's
Etika.
crazy waifu factor
Yeah, it's that.
behind her.
I'm talking about like
Etika.
Yeah.
He's not quiet by
no.
whatsoever.
He speaks on behalf of the Min-Min people.
He speaks on behalf. He's gonna be the best Min-Min in the U.S. What are you talking about?
He loyal.
You're right.
Free, he says.
Best
Best Min-Min in the U.S. for free.
Yeah, for
He
free. Okay.
says.
Yeah, go watch his stream and see how bad he is. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think
betting.
I have to watch it.
I'm betting he's gonna be like bad, but it's
Yo,
gonna be a beauty thing.
One of my pet peeves is saying you're the best as a character before the game even comes out, or that you're gonna be the best at a character.
You, I'm the best Master Mummy in V-Ball.
That's what angers me about the
Like Shofu put a video. He's like, "I'm the best mummy." I'm watching the video. He doesn't even dash. He just walks everywhere, and then punches. Okay, enough roasting YouTubers for playing this game poorly. And let's go back to Min-Min.
We're just killing the scene.
I'm gonna
casually.
Say something. I feel like Min-Min is gonna just. I think Min-Min's just gonna be a better Spring Man.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, yeah, I can see where you're going with that because she has the more
consistently. Yeah, but like Spring Man's just like that character that works in practice.
Yeah. I don't know,
because
his
dumb little stupid.
Yeah.
But harder to use.
Well, the thing about Min-Min's is her dash is more reactionary. You use it like to block stuff that on reaction. While how do I explain Springman? Springman's is more like I'm going to dash here and you can't punish me for dashing in this direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the devs made Min-Min and not necessarily a better version, but like different versions of each other because their abilities are almost parry, and they both have a charge of like some kind of ability that affects how their arms are charged, but they're both just like different ways in executing those. So it's like the devs wanted them to be the same, but kind of like for different play styles.
Yeah. One's a waifu and one's not. That's simple as that.
One's Mr.
Debatable.
Macho and one's waifu bait.
One, I think, has
Bait.
more of a more consistent parry, and the other one does not.
And Min-Min's also faster.
Min-Min's like
Yeah.
But she has a lower
the same
arm
speed stat.
She has a lower arm thickness too.
Is Min-Min faster?
By default,
yeah.
Dragon Arm is the fattest arm in the game.
Next to Mummy and
Well, it's tied
Cobra.
with Mummy.
And Cobra.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Cobra.
So, are we ready to move on to Helix?
Yeah, sure.
Helix the last character.
Yes, for the test fire.
All right. I was just making sure we didn't miss anybody. Okay, so Helix. Who's the Helix guy in here?
It's me.
Me and Mozzie.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll let Mozzie go since Tater talked about Mummy.
Yeah. So wow, Helix / DNA Man. Still in my opinion, one of the best characters in the game. Through my testing, I saw that his crouching was godlike.
I know, right?
Like it won me so many games for no reason other than the fact that his crouching is godlike.
You can dodge a lot of shit with that.
Yeah.
I'm spoiled by Mechanica because I didn't like his his crouch at all. It was too slow for me.
What, DNA's crouch?
Yeah, I just didn't like it. Maybe I'm not saying it's
loved his
bad.
crouch.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I didn't like
It
it.
kind of forces a certain play style where you just gotta play smart and not like you can't go.
I feel like that was part of actually no, very much so due to like his default loadout. His default loadout
that too
made you play like really defensive.
Yeah.
It's all about traps. It's all about traps as default.
Mhm.
Now what I found was I felt he was hard to control with motion controls.
Definitely.
Oddly
I've-
enough, I found he was hard to control. So I was like, you know what? I feel like he may have a better deal of control with actually the button controls. And I tried it and I absolutely loved how he played with the button controls for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
I will say
I can see that.
I don't know, but it was just like
I can see
crazy.
that.
It was fun.
It's because his jump's a little awkward to use because you stretch first, then you jump, so you kind of have to like press it twice.
Yeah, but the only thing was I loved to stretch, but I didn't know how to really control it. But the controller, like the actual joystick, helped me a lot with learning to control it.
It might be because, like, you know, every character in the game has like abilities, but Helix moves, you know, where he's more suited for a controller.
Yeah, I definitely think that he's really suited for a controller.
I
Yeah, I
think
personal-
100%.
Especially when he's stretched, it seems like it's a little bit easier to control with the joystick.
Yeah,
I think we can
exactly.
all
'Cause
kind
you
of
can
agree
wiggle
that,
back
like-
and forth a lot faster on a
Yeah,
joystick
yeah,
than
yeah.
you can.
I think that we can all
So-
kind of agree that like in general, movement is just kind of like it's one of those things where it's like a trade-off. It's generally better on a controller than it is motion. Again, it's
highly
preference, but
disagree.
like it's usually easier on a controller.
Yeah,
But it's so much more enjoyable on motion control plus the ability to curve your arms better.
Preference.
like I found it's weird because I found like playing
Guys, motion controls for Helix can do everything that button controls can.
Of course.
And
Yeah, of
can
course,
also
yeah.
curve. So I don't know. Once you get
Yeah.
used to the motion controls with them, it's amazing.
Well,
Exactly.
it's a really minor, but like you know, just in general, like pads are just usually better for movement because you have everything
It
there,
depen-
and you can do it faster, just
It's a-
barely.
it depends on what you prioritize as a player. Like, do you prioritize precision or movement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
they're very
So that's-
slight trade-offs.
Yeah,
So that's what I thought of as Helix. Like I said, I was going to bring up like motion controls and button controls, and one character that I enjoyed this with the button controls. This was the character that I enjoyed with the button controls a lot.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that for DNA just because it's complicated at this point. Which is actually my next bullet point was how essential movement is for DNA. Slash Helix, like it cannot even be like questioned. You have to learn that movement.
His
Like stretching, like crouching. I said was godlike, but stretching is not as good as I thought it would be originally. And as well, his aerial mobility is pretty good comparatively than what I had originally thought.
All his movement in general is just like he has a lot of good options. I think he has one of the, if not like the highest skill ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
100%.
I think Ribbon Girl and like Helix are both kind of in that like same.
I
area.
think Ribbon Girl is more straightforward. Helix is
Yeah,
definitely, like
Yeah.
you pick it up and it makes more sense.
Well, Helix is more
Helix is
about
a really special kind of person,
Helix is not really about.
a very
It's
special
not-
snowflake.
Yeah. Helix isn't really about like abusing mobility. It's more about like using your mobility as like an extension
Yeah.
of like I can't really explain how it is because Ribbon she can kind of like use her jumps and whatnot more as like a way to overwhelm her opponents, while Helix has to use it more precisely to like set up for like a trap or something.
I will
Yeah.
say, Helix is great in the fact that he can get a charge so easily.
Oh yeah, I found you could get
Yeah.
charges all the.
It was instant.
Even
Yeah.
in
100%
stretch
instant.
mode,
Mechanica
your
and
charge
Helix
lasts forever.
charges easy.
Yeah. And something else I want to mention is also something I had mentioned to Tater previously, and he doesn't believe me, I don't think. That he is the mummy counter, and I will not have you tell me otherwise.
I might have not believed. I didn't believe you, but that was before they stealth nerfed my character. I see you, devs. I know you're watching this problem.
Dude,
Extremely.
Dude, but Mummy in 2v2 is super good now because if your teammate just like does all the work for you, you could just sit back and get full health the entire time.
Yeah, no, me and Riddle came up with the ultimate beef strat for Mummy. We'll kill the double scene within weeks of the game being out.
Oh, don't be so sure about that.
Tater, you see, what we need to do is I need to toss my guardian out at their faces, and then you'll just jump up and grab them.
No, that was like we're gonna have unblockables.
I'm gonna say this: DNA was amazing for volleyball.
Oh, see, okay.
I threw up on my mouth a little bit.
Okay, so here's the thing. You know how I said stretching is not as good as I thought originally? I meant that in 1v1s. In volleyball, it's godlike.
It's good, but too bad his gloves are garbage for it.
No, You're right, dude. I hated it. I disconnected from so many volleyballs. I was like, I'm not playing.
Dude,
I'm not doing
it.
This isn't okay.
Blorb, just go right in front of the net where the ball spawns, and just you can fire your blorbs over top of the net and hit.
Yeah, blorb. That's the only thing. It's good for, though. Yeah. It's not really good for like trying to hit the ball back though.
Yeah, because you don't need to hit the ball back because they're not going to hit it towards you.
That's not true. They can throw one preemptively. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm faster.
Let's use this. Let's segue into V-Ball then, so we can talk about the game modes.
Hold on, I really wanted to say one more thing about like
Helix. Okay. All right.
And that's that I think that he's gonna be that character that's like that just doesn't get results for a long time, but I think he's just gonna like ever so slowly make his way up to the tier, like up the tier list.
He'll be the Yoshi of
mean,
this game.
I mean, results other than me getting top 1 at every event.
That's a weird way. That me is a weird way to pronounce mutator.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse you.
So we should go into V-Ball now and how awful it is.
V-Ball is beautiful. It's the game of the intellectual. What are you guys talking about?
V-Ball is for casuals. Hoops is where it's at.
I hate V-Ball.
1v1 me, no items.
You haven't even played it yet, Tater.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty good. Like, it's
my issue with
V-Ball is the game of the intellectuals. It is sad to see it go.
However, Helix.
Let Levon talk, okay?
Helix and Ribbon Girl are just gonna dominate V-Ball. It's not even a contest. They're gonna dominate.
I would also add in Mechanica because she can float and hit things over the net.
She doesn't.
What about Double Helix though?
Double
Helix.
They just stand over the net.
That'd be fun.
Until they hit it under the net.
What about Helix Ribbon combo? Ribbon for the
that could work. Oh, that would actually be really good. Helix stands over the net. Oh, Ribbon could like catch the ball when it like came back like to the receiving end, and then like she could like prop it up and he could spike it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We broke the game.
Okay, my issue with V-Ball is
we broke competitive V-Ball.
My issue with V-Ball is that like after like 2 plays of it, it's just boring. You're doing the same thing over again. Knock ball over the net, press grab on it, wait for the thing to light up, hit it back, spike, rinse and repeat for the whole game.
Sure, it did get.
I hated.
I feel like once people get good at it, though, it's gonna be great.
All right, so free for all.
Go away.
Kill it with fire.
I think I liked it marginally better than V-Ball, but still like 1v1.
Yeah,
I liked it better just because I can still learn how to play the game.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You can learn how to play the game if you survive the first round.
I will say, at least free for all isn't as bad as 3 for all. 3 for all is just garbage. Free for all, at least there's
1v1
some like
1v1. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, there's
Yeah. Ugh,
1v1. Oh god.
No, dude. Infinite grab loops are the best.
That was the thing. Ugh, that was the worst.
See, at least
in free for all, just don't grab. Just don't do it.
Yeah, you cannot grab. Even in doubles, grabbing is kind of bad unless you think you have the space.
Oh no, unless you're like Mechanica, Mummy, and Ninjara who jump in the air. Then when they're grabbing.
I think when I was doing doubles,
I've literally been in a grab loop for 30 seconds before.
my grabs were pretty free as DNA, just because like his jump.
The game clearly isn't designed well for free-for-alls because it locks you into random like characters, like not even based on positioning. Like sometimes I'll grab somebody and I'll throw them, but it'll lock onto the person like farther away instead of the person I just grabbed.
Yeah, I think it.
We'll just focus on who you want
Aren't
to
knocked down.
I did not.
Like
I
if
never had a
someone
problem with that.
But it's a good party game.
like
I guess.
cancel your lock onto them.
And then now, so I think we all gave our distastes of free for alls. So
Distaste is a word.
Let's make it worse. Let's do three for all.
Free for all. I just say kill any version of free for all with fire.
Yo, whoever gets
What
stuck
about wind?
Or explosion.
Can I just say, three for alls, it's the worst feeling ever when you're being teamed up upon, and then they both at the same time hit you with their flurry. You just die, and it feels awful.
I think
they team up with
something to say about that.
They teamed up on me every time when I played Mummy because I would like chill and heal. No, we need to get this out of here.
I would do the same, except they were too dumb to try to lock onto me, so I would just kind of sit back.
I never got away. I want people that you play against. They were just like, no.
It's because every time I got three for alls, I got stairs, so I could actually do it. But if you get spring ring, forget it.
Oh yeah, I got spring ring most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was
much. There's not much different about three for alls compared to free for alls. Three for alls is just worse because it's monkey in the middle with whoever they decide to put in the middle.
Yeah, and if you're unlucky enough to spawn next to someone, you have to lock onto them and grab them as fast as you can. Otherwise,
yeah. Yeah, but you have to hope that they're locked onto the other person because if they're locked onto you, they can come and try to punch you. Yeah.
I just ran away.
All right, so
1v1s.
Yeah, 1v1. The best game mode.
Obviously, right? Totally what they were designed.
Second to hoops.
I just think that we could just cover this in one word. Great.
Yeah, it's so fun.
The items actually are not too intrusive. I was able to play the items.
They're pretty broken.
Until you roll into a bomb without even knowing it. And
I comboed into a bomb.
Killed.
Oh yeah.
Intentionally. It was great.
I said too intrusive. I mean, most of the time for me, bombs did nothing. The only thing that really mattered was those healing and the charge circles.
Yeah, those were actually kind of fun to play around because it's always like a battle just for the zone for a little.
Yeah,
yeah,
but the bombs can go away because they're kind of.
I electrocuted someone.
I like the little healer. I like the little healing like bottles, stuff like that. Those.
No, I like free ones too.
Matches can stay because they're cool.
I don't think for competitive because I think they spawn too randomly.
No, yeah, for competitive, no. I don't want any variance whatsoever with the items, but with something like with something like what words come to me? With something like dang it, why are these words coming?
Dot.
Just ignore what I was about to say. I forgot.
Yeah, the free-for-alls are kind of like just what the game was designed around, so they work really well. If you don't like free-for-alls, then don't buy the game because not free-for-alls. If you don't like 1v1s, probably shouldn't buy the game. Because you're not going to get much out of free-for-alls for a long time, I feel.
Unless you're also going to be a competitive hoops player like myself.
Wow, dude. We're making competitive out of every mode, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
I'm getting into competitive waiting room.
I could see competitive. I want competitive double skill shot to be a thing. Can we make that like an actual
Yes.
thing?
Can we do
I'm going to time them out.
101.
You have to time them out with skill shot, you idiot.
There's no other strategy.
Can we speedrun 101? Thank you.
Just heal. They can't damage you.
All right, so I think the feelings on 1v1s is pretty self-explanatory because that's what
everyone's
going to enjoy the most. So, what was next on the list?
Arms and combinations and strategies and stuff.
All
right. So theory of crafting, basically.
Okay, so let's actually do this kind of short because We have a lot more to cover, but
yeah, we're nearing an hour already, so
yeah. So let's cover this pretty quickly.
We can save like the bulk of theory crafting for the next episode because I think that's when the game will already be out as the next one. So,
but if you have a how about we do this? If we let's just list off a loadout that we like.
Well, I thought we were gonna do future predictions for like things because that's what's listed as the last bullet point. Not really.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. So, online thoughts.
It went smooth.
Oh yeah, online was great.
It was
really smooth.
It was very good.
Besides
got 0 disconnects the entire time I played.
Yo, same.
I've seen people disconnect, but I've never disconnected myself. I may have done it once.
I also never got input delay or lag or anything.
Yeah, they use a Splatoon method where instead it delays hits instead of delaying your inputs, which is...
That's because my internet sucks.
Yeah, that's... Yours actually, when I was watching your stream, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was only about a half second. There were some people who had full 2-second delays, which is horrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
But,
yeah.
It works, yeah. If you have an Ethernet adapter, I think it works flawlessly.
I
was using
Ethernet and nothing happened.
Yeah.
I didn't need Ethernet and it was great.
Yeah, they really did a good job with it.
Hopefully but here's the thing. Remember that the first Splatoon test fire went by smoothly and then the connection issues.
Yeah, well that's also like the first time they really tested the Switch's like online capability.
No, I'm talking about the Wii U.
The Wii U has a trash servers anyways.
Yeah, you can't
compare the Switch. The test fires were smooth as all living heck, but like
I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because you want to know why? Because there's a lot of Japanese players in Splatoon, and 90% of the time you're going to come across 2 or 3 Japanese players, and they have really bad latency with like the US and whatnot.
But you realize what I'm saying.
I came across a lot of Japanese players in ARMS.
I did.
Yeah, and they
never lagged. Never lagged.
They didn't lag either. Yeah, which was I was surprised. I was expecting some delay, but they didn't happen either.
That lag.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna make a final decision until I actually try out the ranked mode.
That's fair. On
ARMS, but I'm saying from the Testpunch, it's smooth.
Yeah, super smooth, super crisp.
All right. Control scheme. I think we covered this enough already.
Yeah, we did. We kind of did. Should we just go into the future predictions so we can?
Let me just cover the music. Oh, whoa. Yeah, basically that's about it.
Shout out to the 8-bit remix.
Yeah. Shout out to the guitar cover.
I'm working. I really want to make like different remixes and stuff, but I'm waiting for music equipment to come in.
I'm ready for the Ribbon Girl.
For
the actual Ribbon Girl, like.
Ribbon Ring has the best music.
I know, right?
Because it's like a pop diva version of the main theme.
I really like what they did with the music. They like have a very simple and iconic theme, and then they just like change it a bit, but it's still super recognizable for each character.
Lots of lay motif around.
Aki keeps going out. Hold on a second.
Aki's dying.
Press F to pay respects.
You got lost there, Aki?
Is he alive?
Aki?
Okay, future for the game.
We can't do anything unless he's like recording. Remember?
Where is Akai?
What?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah,
okay, good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good. Okay.
My
we can go to make
connection
sure you
is
didn't
bad.
die. So, future of the game. Akio, please don't die again.
we should for this we should go like in order for future predictions. Okay, so we're not like all talking over each other. Okay, so
all right, so who wants to start?
We can start with Lapsy because he's at the top right now.
Top to bottom.
Alrighty. My future ideas for the game is just this is so much fun. Like future predictions, they're gonna try and push more of the competitive scene, but they're gonna try and help casual players as well in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, wait, hold on a sec. He can't even hear us anyway.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Darn.
All right.
I was waiting for the build up because I'm totally gonna say Nintendo's gonna screw it up and they're gonna make something wrong with their rank system.
Yeah,
And they're never gonna give us Krogunk.
They're never gonna give us Krogunk.
Yeah, they're never gonna give us Krogunk. I'm on the Krogunk server, but they never gave us Krogunk.
You're on the Krogunk. You're on the Krogunk server.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I own the Krogunk server. Where are you? Oh my God, you are.
So is Levon recording this then?
Yeah, I got it back.
Yeah.
Recording for
Okay.
this.
All right, cool.
So.
Okay, I can hear you now.
So.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Basically, what they're gonna do is they're gonna give us. They're probably gonna give us the quote unquote Joe character sometime in the future, but they're.
That was DNA.
But,
Yeah, dude.
But.
DNA's not a joke character. He's
That
just
was
a
Ribbon
beautiful
Girl.
creation.
But they're gonna have. It's gonna be so much
Spring
fun.
Man is a
Like
joke.
seeing what they're going to do with the game. It looks very promising.
All right, so we can move on.
Yeah,
I think they have the perfect combination of easy to get into but like high skill ceiling and just honest gameplay for a competitive game and a casual game.
Honestly, my biggest thing right now is Nintendo just completely screwing this up and like putting on like the damage buffs into ranked mode, so you have to grind everything out, and then you can't turn it off like if you're doing like local play. So if you like bring it to a tournament, some setups will have certain damage buffs on some arms and some won't, and it'll just make things overcomplicated.
I really hope not.
Yeah, like I really hope there's
I
like
hope
they
that
just.
does not happen.
I hope that's a casual thing they added, so like you can grind your way and make it better for just yourself, not really something that you bring online.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be something specifically to make Grand Prix easier for you because there's 7 different computers. Yeah, like the computers are actually godlike in this game.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping, but they didn't.
So you might need it.
They haven't even specified if you can use custom loadouts in ranked yet.
I would assume they would.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
I would assume so, but
I mean, they have the set arms option in the main menu.
Yeah, exactly.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
No, you can have custom arms in party mode, but not ranked.
That's what I'm hoping, but I feel like they're just gonna put it in anyway because it's easier to do.
Yeah,
overall, I feel the damage buff thing is just a lazy thing. I feel like it's just a lazy design choice. Like, oh, we couldn't think of anything else to spend credits on, so we'll just make it where you get damage buffs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I feel like it might mess things up if they don't implement it correctly.
Yeah, luckily it seems like they've been doing everything right so far. Like I've been really surprised by how good everything's been so far.
Even if they do implement it wrong, they could just patch it out if the community has like an up. Because we clearly saw like with Splatoon, when something was like unbalanced, like the E-liter, they patched it. They nerfed it.
Did they ever nerf the Tendon Deck?
No, they didn't need to nerf the Teditech. They nerfed the Inkzuka on the Teditech. That's what.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully they'll take a page, since they're clearly taking a page out of Splatoon. Hopefully they'll listen to the community for this game if something's like ridiculously overpowered or ridiculously underpowered, or just doesn't work in the online system. Like that's what I'm hoping. But these are the Mario Kart 8 devs, so I don't know how they handle that kind of thing.
I think they'll take a page out of Splatoon. I mean, Splatoon has just been like crazy for them, and I think they want to replicate that success.
Yeah, they're going.
And if everything goes right and they do everything right, and playing with friends is perfectly fine. But I think this game has like a really good future as long as the community supports it. Because if there's no community, it doesn't really matter anyway. No one's gonna host a tournament without a community. But I think if we keep the community strong and this game works well, I think it'll last like maybe for years.
Yeah, and we've even seen with like Smash, like even if Nintendo isn't going to support
grassroots
competitive scene, we'll still force it to happen if we want it to.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think what really has me optimistic is the TOs are already optimistic about the game. I just used optimistic twice, but they're already like willing to host tournaments for the game.
Shout out to Bailey.
Yeah, Jabailey, he's just
Bailey.
Jabailey the bait.
Jabailey's the man.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that there's top players from Smash that are a little discouraged. I know from like I was on Abdango's stream and I asked him, considering he played, he said it may be hard in order to host a tournament. in local settings.
The thing is, they play more for money now because
Yeah.
actually pays you. So I can see why maybe they're a little bit skeptical to get in this because ARMS may not pay. ARMS may be like
it could be Pokken. Like
I see ARMS at worst becoming a PM where it's kind of a bigger community because PM actually isn't that small, contrary to what people think. But you don't get paid for it, but people just play it because they like the game.
Yeah.
Like I see that at worst if everything goes right.
Yeah.
But you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I get what you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, here's the other point to it, but I still think that we have an optimistic future.
Yeah, I think
this game is gaining a lot of steam.
Yeah.
So who else
actually, D1 and a couple other people, I saw them on Twitter actually playing this. Obviously, if you don't know who D1 is, he's like one of the greatest Smash commentators.
Washed up
ever.
Smash commentators, in my opinion.
Oh, please,
IMO.
I have stories about it.
Yeah, my opinion.
So if you want to talk about that, just PM me on Discord. I'll be more than happy to tell you the story.
Fair enough. Him and a bunch of others. TK Breezy might have been there too and stuff, but quite a few like pro smashers were all huddled up in a room playing ARMS, and they all seemed like it was like really fun, and
they were enjoying themselves.
Oh, they were definitely enjoying themselves.
Because remember, people said they enjoyed Brawl Out when they got to play it at SmashCon. Look how that turned out.
Well, here's the thing though. D1's profile picture is of Kid Cobra.
Snap.
Like
he's ready.
He's definitely ready.
Dude, I would love to see D1 become like a top player in freaking ARMS. That'd be so funny.
And remember, he was a Gengar player in Pokken.
True.
He was a Palutena
It's a sign D1's
player.
or Cobra's gonna be bad.
Yeah, he said. Oh yeah, he was playing with Nakat too. But he posted on Twitter that they already have rivalries before the game drops. So,
boy, who's ready for day one tournaments?
Right. I'm hoping he continues that hype so that we can get something really steamrolling here. Like he would definitely be a good like advertising kind of person.
I already have like 5 day one money matches. I'm not joking.
I believe you.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
It's a 6 here.
6 coming in out of nowhere. Someone put a splash in front of
the. Hey guys, I'm back.
Hi. If you just wanna give a thought on the future of ARMS, just really quick, considering you just got here right now. Throw it out quick.
Having a bit of experience running fighting in tournaments myself, particularly with Pokken, which is a very hard game to set up in tournaments, but I think it'll be pretty easy. Getting the consoles themselves, the setups, will be probably the biggest issue. But if tournament organizers can work past that, and if ARMS or Nintendo is supportive, then I think it can go very far. There's obviously a little hype right now. I'm not exactly sure how much it will die down in release. I don't think that much though. I think ARMS has the potential to go very far, providing that Nintendo, does the right thing with it. That's my take anyway.
I think the post-launch DLC can continue the momentum like Splatoon if they do it right.
Yeah.
If they do it right. That's a very it could go 2 ways. It could be that the game could stay very fresh and people would stay in it because it's continuously receiving updates. Alternatively, it could sort of hinder the meta from evolving, and the game could grow very stale, alternatively uncompetitive, because so many new things are being released every week or every month.
Like people are talking about Street Fighter V, in a way.
Well, it's different with Street Fighter V. The game was obviously lacking on release, didn't have tons of content.
Yeah.
And they're sort of making up for their shortcomings on release, whereas ARMS, 10 characters isn't a lot, but for a new IP, mostly designed for a party console, if you ask me, Nintendo Switch is mostly a console designed for parties or large groups of people, like hangouts. You get the idea, but...
Yeah. says a very high emphasis on couch multiplayer type stuff.
Yeah, pretty much that. But I think they're trying to get the best of both worlds, and that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But I'm confident that Nintendo will be able to, make it happen or make it right.
I think one of the things that gives me the most confidence is that they always advertise this as a 1v1 fighting game first. They didn't say, "Oh, this is a party game where you come together and you fight." No, they always advertised it as a fighting game. They specifically said fighting game. Yeah.
This game is deep. That's what they said multiple times.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to like push.
They're trying to either propagate the thought of it being deep in our heads, or it's actually deep, in which I think it is.
Yeah. Another thing I think is worth mentioning is custom arms. That's something a lot of people have talked about very recently. Is if custom arms are a thing on release, will they be tournament legal? How will we be able to acquire them on all the setups? Will Nintendo support us and give us like an option to do that? Will some arms require bans, stage bans, character bans, arm bans? People are already talking about them, which is crazy considering the game isn't even out yet. We've only had 6 hours of gameplay. People are already thinking it's very deep, and some things are. People are thinking ahead because they're excited to play the game, which is already a very good sign if you ask me. But I digress. I think people want it to be competitive, and if people want it to be competitive, it will be competitive. But I think support from Nintendo is still a big factor, so we'll see how it plays out.
The other thing is we have the support from Nintendo because they are marketing it towards like the competitive aspect.
Yeah. We'll see if that holds up after launch, because they might just bail on it if it doesn't go that well.
True. That is a possibility.
They do have V-Ball hoops. It's still a very good game to play with friends, obviously.
Oh yeah.
They can make more modes too for DLC. They didn't mention it, but that's very possible too.
Of course, yeah.
So we kind of discussed everything.
I think we're all good here.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, I actually do want to add in that Smash 4 had an invitational tournament that we hadn't really seen of any other game really. And ARMS in its like first like ever appearance, like it already had like a couple.
Yeah. But those are in Japan. And we're having one in E3 too, which is going to be more open.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, E3 is pretty expensive, but I guess
it's 2 days before release, so
I think there is definitely a reason that, because this game is already finished. People already have review copies 3 weeks before the game came out. There's definitely a reason I think they're saving it to the like after E3 is because they want people to watch the tournament and see how it is first. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mechanicas are going to be scrubby.
Actually, someone mentioned that. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm setting up a ARMS side event at CEO, big fighting game tournament in Orlando. Kind of down if you can.
Free advertising.
But
Yay.
We're setting that up, and people are actually very concerned that if we stream it and the grand finals is just people who don't know what they're doing, that people will think, oh, this game sucks, there's no depth, and they'll get turned off by it. But I think it's the other way around. I think that, first of all, a lot of players who are already big into fighting games and they've showed dominance in other fighting games, they're interested in ARMS, and they're going to come to CEO and play in our tournament. Mm-hmm. So I think they'll be able to get a feel for the game very quickly.
Well, as long as Lapsy enters, we can confirm that we have a spammy grand final.
No, I'm not. I haven't joined. I'm not going, unfortunately, but I'd love to go. But it's sadly not the case.
We'll hold on the fort. Don't worry.
Well, it's no problem. Like, weird to pick up for like competitive, like people coming from other games. Like this game's not like it's not like Street Fighter 6. You can't just like pick it up and it's like this feels right.
1v1, Ninja College only, DNA only.
Oh
grabs.
God, kill me.
Only grabs.
So should we wrap this up because we've been going on for a while?
Yep.
I think we already wrapped up a while ago.
It's been about an hour 10.
Not bad.
All right. So
wait. We haven't been recording this whole time?
No, I thought we wrapped up like when Aki said we are done in chat.
No.
Oh no.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I was just telling 6 we're almost done.
So. Yeah. Right. I'm sorry I had to join in late, guys. Had a bit of
no problem.
But I'm here now. I hope to be on more often and in future episodes of the podcast if we continue as.
All right.
This was fun though. For the 18 months.
So Aki should probably sign it off because it's his thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
That's the outro.
Yeah, so this was a pretty good episode 1. So thanks everyone for coming out, and I'm pretty sure it'll just be the same 6 of us or however many there are. 3,
including you.
Yeah. So we'll be back at E3 after release, so we'll be able to talk about like the grand. Yeah, 6 + 6. So yeah, the next episode we should be able to talk about custom stuff and more in-depth strategies.
Twin tail, bite, bark, and all that.
Yeah, exactly, and the new characters. So yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. And thanks everybody for listening. Thanks you guys for being here.
And maybe some new faces next time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right.
So other than that, I guess we're done.
All right. See y'all.
See
you. Bye, guys.
All right. Cue the music if there is.
Play the 8-bit remix.
Let's take up arms.
Get this guy.
I just fooled you all. I'm back.